Today on AskBloop, the best animated movie in animation history. Welcome to AskBloop, more from BloopAnimation.com. It's Friday and it's time for your questions. Just a quick reminder before we get started, we are releasing Tasteful next week on Tuesday, December 19. So don't forget to go to BloopAnimation.com/tasteful and think about which package you plan on getting when it comes out. Now for the questions. Do you think there must be a purpose for making a movie or short film in animation? Or is it okay to do a film in animation just because you like animation? Well, I actually do have an opinion about this, as this is something I've thought about in the past. I do believe you should have a reason for making a film in animation. And that if you don't, you probably should make it in live action instead. It's just so much more expensive and hard to make animation than live action. So if you're gonna make a romantic comedy about two people living in New York, it's probably best to just do it in live action. Even if you think of a lot of Pixar's film, which many of them use people as their main characters, like Up, The Incredibles, or even Inside Out in a way, there's still a lot of element in those movies that make them magical enough to work better in animation versus live action. The rule I try to go by is if I could do pretty much the same movie in live action, I should just do that. And if it's not possible, then it's something I should consider doing animation. But of course, that's just my opinion, and a lot of animated shorts do feature realistic stories with people, and they're still great films, so you'll have to decide for yourself. How much profit do you make, and why would someone buy an animated short? This is a very good question, and as for the profit, I assume you mean for the short film that we're releasing, not in general. And for that, I would have to wait and see, because Tasteful is the first short I'm releasing that is going to be sold and not posted online for free, like my other ones. As for the second part, why would anyone buy an animated short? That's a really great question, and one that I tried to figure out while producing Tasteful. And the way I went about it is that I spend my time and effort giving away a lot of value in the shape of tutorials and making of around the film, sharing the process and the journey of making the film with my audience, with you guys, giving almost everything away but the actual film, including the previs. So the assumption is that you will support us back by buying the film, so that we can make it sustainable and keep making more. It's a matter of supporting the artists you like and allowing them to keep doing what they're doing. That was my philosophy towards selling it. I don't know if you noticed, but on my website you don't have any banners or ads or sponsored posts. And even here on the channel, I've never done any sponsorships or product placements. I don't use Patreon. I didn't kickstart the movie. I don't want to sell your attention to other people. And I don't want to ask you for money before I have something to give back. I only want to sell you what I think you will like or need, like our courses and now the film. So as for how profitable it'll be, I can't tell yet, but I'll let you know after the launch next week. By the way, if you want to see the different packages that we have for buying the film, you can already check them out at BloopAnimation.com/tasteful. In your opinion, what is the best animated movie in animation history? Well, obviously it's not a very easy question to answer. Everyone has their own favorite films, and I think a lot of mine are influenced by the time I watched them. For example, Aladdin was the first animated movie I was like super obsessed about as a kid. I watched it a million times, but I wouldn't call it the best animated movie ever just because it was my favorite as a kid. When Lion King came out, I think that was the first animated film that kind of took the throne as the best in the category. And I pretty much agree with that. Toy Story, though, revolutionized what animated films were. Not only because it was the first 3D animated film, but because it broke all the rules of what animated films were at the time. A good guy versus a bad guy with a lot of songs in the middle, a very similar formula. And Toy Story was completely different. That for me held the title for the best animated movie of all time until Up came out, which again for me kind of revolutionized animation again, making a movie about an old guy and a chubby kid going on an adventure in a flying house that's floating with balloons. That was a pretty risky proposition, but it paid off as one of animation's history masterpieces. And then there's The Iron Giant and Spirited Away from non-Disney studios. So as you can see, it's a hard question to answer, but I don't shy away from hard questions, and if I had to pick, I would say Up is currently the best animated movie of all time. Alright, that's all the questions for today. If you have one, post it in the comment section below. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you next week. Thanks for watching.